Hello everyone, welcome to Magickal Me. I'm Jamie Mendez, spiritual intuitive and oracle, here with my weekly Moonday Oracle guidance message. So what is the Moonday Oracle message for anybody who is new to my page, or you find yourself catching the replay or catching the live? What Moonday is, one, is the name or the ancient name for the day of the week known as Monday. So every day of the week has a planetary association, and obviously Monday is the name for the moon day. It's connected to the moon. Today is actually Tuesday, since I am actually doing the reading a day late due to unforeseen circumstances. But that said, it is called Moon Day because it is my Moon Day readings every week. So again, it's the ancient name for Monday because it is associated with the moon. The moon being that divine feminine energy, which is about connecting with our more our deeper aspects of our nature, connecting with our intuitive abilities, connecting with the divine, and just connecting with the unseen around us. So this is a perfect time, Moon Day is a perfect time for divination and trying to discern some information for the highest good. So that's why I call it Moon Day. It usually does happen every Monday, given, or I should say, with divine, allowance, if you will. So as long as I'm able to get here, I can on Mondays. Otherwise, I usually announce when it will be postponed for or rescheduled for, like today. So it's been a little while since I've been here. I see a lot of you starting to pop in. I was kind of down for the count with a little bit of a under the weather going on, had a little bit of a severe upper respiratory thing going on and coughing. It's lingering just a little bit, so I do apologize if you hear the raspiness in my voice or the coughing. I might have a little cough here and there to clear my throat. So it's still going on, but it feels very much allergy related because there is an incredible thing going on here in New Jersey with the fall. We are having 80-degree weather most of the days, and then at nighttime we'll drop down really low and it's damp and chilly. So it's not doing real great for all of our sinuses and allergies, I'll tell you that. So I see lots of you popping on. Courtney and Zana and Flo, Lindsay and Heather, Bridget, MJ, Mandy, Deborah. Welcome, ladies. Thank you for being here. I do appreciate you tuning in live with me. And so those of you who follow my Moon Day readings a lot, you know that there are no such thing, or at least I don't believe in, coincidences. So if you find yourself here, whether you're watching this live or whether you're watching this on a replay this week or even months from now, there's going to be something that you need to hear. There's a divine synchronistic reason for you finding yourself here, because there might be something within these messages that is going to resonate with you in divine timing. So exactly when you find yourself here is when that message will apply. Okay, so I set the intention for the highest and greatest good of wisdom and guidance to come through for all of us as a collective, as a one consciousness. So while we are all one, that doesn't mean that we aren't experiencing life in our own individual unique ways, that we don't all experience the same things just a little differently. So the messages that come through for Moon Day, while they are using my own intuitive abilities as well as oracle cards, they're going to resonate with each of us a little differently. They're a little bit more generalized, because if I were to try to target every single one of the people viewing and watching that this message needed to go through, I would be here all night trying to give everyone their exact message. So again, it's a little bit more generalized, just to give us a better understanding of what we most need to know this week. So a lot of times we are, going through life without having an awareness of what is affecting us energetically. What we could do to, if you had that little bit of a heads up, if you will, as to what direction to move instead of, kind of blindly swimming along, not really knowing what's going on or why you're being affected or even triggered with certain things. This gives you that heads up with having an awareness of what is going on or what you might need to look out for this week and how you can best maneuver through the energy of the week. Okay. Hi, Karen. Welcome. Thanks for being here. And Robin, welcome. Did I miss anybody? Yeah, I see a couple of you saying that you feel exhausted for no reason. Well, there's definitely not no reason for it. I can tell you that this morning I did actually have a difficult time waking up. And even yesterday morning I had a little difficult time waking up, which was interesting because usually I feel that way when dark moon energy comes around, or when we have like, the equinoxes or the solstices, because you can definitely feel a huge energy shift at that time, especially for people who are energy sensitive. And I am absolutely one of those that I can feel without knowing something shifted. There's, an either astrological event going on that I don't know about, or something else happening energetically, seasonally even. My body begins to feel it because I am an energy sensitive. So hi, Sherry and Tracy. Welcome, ladies. Thank you for being here. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day so far. Usually dark moon energy, because that's that shadowy, where the moon is really just going through its metaphoric death, getting ready to be reborn the next day around the new moon. And the new moon was actually yesterday. And so usually around dark moon, which would have been 2 days ago, that's when you feel that heavy energy come in, you feel that shadowy energy come in, and you really just feel like you can't get motivated, you can't focus, you're foggy. There's good reason for that. Our bodies are incredibly intuitive. And so whether you're energy sensitive or not, your body is you're kind of made that way, that we are just naturally intuitive. But a lot of us, we are taught to disregard that, to not tap in, to not tune into our body and our own energy field. And so, we're really motivated or programmed through society to go, get where you gotta get, time. And that doesn't allow for us to listen to what our bodies need. So our bodies being naturally in tune with the moon's energy, it's our heads up to go within, dark moon time. So it's interesting that we're feeling it now with this new moon that came in, because, new moon time, at least myself personally, I really feel kind of invigorated around the time of the new moon, or like I'm ready for this rebirth and I'm ready to kind of burst out of my shell. So it's interesting because, it's not just that, we've had Venus just recently go retrograde for the first time, and I don't know how long, into the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio is that sign, holler and shout out to my fellow Scorpios, where we kind of have to go. Scorpios are very much about going very deep within. They want to know the unseen. They want to get to the root of a situation. So all of us are going to be affected by the energy, Scorpio or not. And even if your Scorpio isn't your sun sign, it has so much more to do with it than that. And I'm not an astrologist, but I understand. And there is our birth charts and where the planets fall in what sign and what house. You could be really being affected by Venus and Scorpio. So my suggestion to all of you who are saying that you feel tired, I know it's not always possible because, we have jobs and obligations that aren't always understanding of our body's needs. But my best guidance to you is listen to your body. When we don't listen to our body, it does result in discomfort and illness and physical issues, and just energy. When you drain your life force energy down to nothing left to give, that's when sickness occurs. So it's our body's way of saying, hey, I need your support. Please nurture me, take care of me, and give me what I need. So if you are feeling like you need to sleep, then by all means, sleep. Even if it's like that 15-minute, 20-minute cat nap, you would be amazed at the wonders that does. If you can't do that, get outside in nature. Really just sit down with the earth. I don't know about where all of you are, but where I'm at here in New Jersey, we have been incredibly blessed with the weather, where summer's kind of hanging in there. And it's been beautiful days. So if it's not raining, then it's beautiful. Sitting outside and connecting with nature and just allowing yourself to absorb Mother Nature's energy, it really does help to replenish your own and recharge your own battery. And I definitely speak from experience. As you know, most of you know, I have been kind of MIA for the last week and a half. And that's because I got, knocked down, and, spirit, my higher self, whatever you want to call it, and my body said, there's something that has to occur within you. There's a transformation that needs to occur. And so, unfortunately, it's going to come in the form of illness for you. So I had to just honor myself and allow the situation to occur and the transformation. In that process, I have to say that I'm incredibly grateful for being sick. And that might sound funny because I am not sick. I had a sickness occur. I want to make sure I'm very careful with my wording there. I'm actually grateful for it because it was much needed downtime. And I can't say, given that I am a very driven Scorpio, I cannot say that I would have sat down and been quiet for so long. It got to the point where I was just like, okay, when is it done? Did I learn my lesson yet? But it did give me some really much needed time to do a lot of going within. I was outside, even though I was sick, every day, connecting with the energy of the trees, connecting with nature, with my own higher self, going within myself, really doing a lot of deep exploration. And I'll tell you what, I've had a powerful transformation. And when you think you can't go any higher and you can't learn anything new or learn any more, and I never think that, but just when you think, wow, lots of stuff happens. So listen to your body, guys. I feel like I'm doing the reading again already. So Bridget says, I took an hour snooze outside with my bulldogs today. Oh, that's so great. Anubis would not do that. He would take off on me. We have to, he's a hyper little thing, a little too much energy for me. He wouldn't let me if I tried, but that's pretty awesome. Hi, Angel. Prepping for Michael right now. This is an awesome recharge. Thank you. Oh, is that the name of the, I apologize because I never watch the news unless someone tells me about something and I have to go check it out because I'm so energetically sensitive. I try to stay away from that. Is that the name of the hurricane? Okay, that's what I thought. Are you in Florida area? My sister actually is in Florida right now, and I had no idea there was even a hurricane coming, and my mom reached out to me, and she says, your sister won't come home. She's on vacation right now. So, sending much love, and, we're powerful together, guys. You're not powerless. Really sending energy, not so much energy to the storm, but sending like peace and tranquility, sending it to the eye of the storm really does help. And if all of you watching could take 5 minutes of your day to do that, it would be incredibly beneficial. It does help, and it doesn't hurt not to, okay? It's not about believing, it's not about seeing is believing, it's about believing is seeing. So what we all can do when we put our minds to it. So I am sending you much love and safety and calming to Michael, to the eye of the storm, and hope that it does dull in potency and strength before it does reach, okay? All right, let me see what I missed here. I don't want to miss anybody. And please know I'm never ignoring your comments. I do get, sometimes I don't see them right away because Facebook has, delays things. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anyone. I saw Freddie pop in. Hey, Fred. Hannah. Rain tomorrow, huh? Hi, Donna. Welcome. Courtney says, I actually took a 2-hour nap for the first time and who knows how long on Sunday. I had no get up. Good for you. I mean, we really gotta, it doesn't let me see the rest of your comment. I'm sorry, sweetheart. We really do have to listen to ourselves and listen to our bodies. I think as time moves on and as we begin to continue to shift vibrationally, I do think that we are being guided to connect more with our intuitive natures and listening more to our bodies. And that's the divine feminine, really. And it doesn't matter if you are masculine or, if you're male or female, we all have divine feminine, we all have divine masculine. And the divine masculine is more about the action, going, doing, getting it done, the doer. Whereas the the feminine is more of the being, connecting, and resting, and holding space. So I think it's definitely something for us to focus more on and be more mindful of. Okay. Flo says I'm a fire sign, so I'm taking it really, really deep today. Ooh, I know that. Fire, girl, I know that. Oh, wow, Citrus County. Okay, well, positive thoughts and intentions, prepare, obviously, but positive thoughts and intentions, and let's see what we can do, okay? Robin says, deja vu, didn't that happen last year? I think yes, obviously Florida, always, but, yeah. Donna says, went through Harvey last year. My thoughts and prayers with y'all. Yeah, and I think with even with Puerto Rico, it was just awful and devastating. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start getting into things. Hi, Derek. Welcome. I'm glad you're here watching, and we have 13 viewers on that note. I think that's pretty interesting. And a number of the divine feminine. All right, guys, so I want to talk really fast about events and announcements that we have going on, and I say we, meaning myself as well as my partners at Oracles of the Light, because as you know, I am Magical Me, but I am also partners with Oracles of the Light as well, and so we do a lot together. So events happening this Saturday, October 13th, if you are local to the Phillipsburg, New Jersey, or Easton, Pennsylvania area, the Lehigh Valley, we are hosting a witches tea party. And it's for men and women. Witches come in all shapes and sizes and genders. So we are hosting a witches tea party, and we are offering oracle card readings. You do have to purchase your tickets in advance online. So we do have the events up on both Oracles of the Light as well as my Magical Me page. Once you book the reading, you book your ticket in advance, you will be given a 20-minute reading. You get to pick your time slot. You also get to pick your oracle between myself, Lindsay, or my other partner, Karen. And we are doing, or offering, I should say, quite a few giveaways just for being there, just for coming. You automatically get entered in those raffles. And obviously we will be having teas and finger food. We are also asking all of those that are attending, if they would like to, it's optional, to dress in your best witch or wizard costume, because we are going to be judging also a best witches or wizard hat contest for the big prize. We will also have a photographer there for anybody who wants to capture that moment in their costume, or even just get from the waist up and capture your wonderful witch hat or wizard hat. So it's going to be a really fun event. So I definitely encourage you to come out if you are local to us. If you've never been to one of our events, now's the time to start, because obviously October is our thing. If we could have October all year long, I think all three of us agree that we would. Also, October is the month of my birthday. So, I try to go big with October all the time. So we're really kind of kicking it up a notch. We're going to be having a lot of fun. And again, it's on the 13th, which is this Saturday, from 4 to 8 p.m. Again, if you want more information, please check out the event on both Magical Me as well. It's the same event, but it is offered both on Magical Me and Oracles of Light, as well as the way to purchase your tickets, okay? And again, we've got some cool giveaways, so you have to do nothing other than just attend the event in order to be entered into those giveaways, okay? So that's that. The next one that we have coming up after the 13th is October 27th, the day before my birthday. And because it is the day before my birthday, we are going to be celebrating with a champagne toast for my birthday at this event. But it is a Samhain tricky tray. So Samhain is the ancient Gaelic name for Halloween, or All Souls Night. It is known at, well, the word itself translates into summer's end or season's end. So it is about representing the end of a chapter, the end of the year to the ancient Gaelic people. And so it's a big time to celebrate because it's like our new year, if you will. So at this time, not only do we honor, the end of the year and endings and getting ready to prepare for new beginnings, so that transitional period, but it is also a great time to honor our ancestors. So we are going to celebrate that, honoring our ancestors, by having an ancestral altar. Anybody who comes and anybody who attends, we ask you to bring a picture of an ancestor or a pet or a loved one that is deceased that you would like to honor that night. We're going to be setting it up on a beautiful altar and then inviting our ancestors to have a dinner, or dumb supper is what the ancient Gaelic people referred to it as, where we kind of set plates for them. We will be having fit food, 2 different entrees, a big dinner offered, and we will also be having a tricky tray at this event. So if you're not familiar with what a tricky tray is, it is a bunch of different items that are going to be raffled off and up for grabs. So your purchase of your ticket does include a set amount of tickets. If you want to buy additional tickets to try to ensure you're going to win something, you can do that as well at the event. But advanced tickets are required. I should say advanced ticket purchase is required. This way we ensure that we have enough for everybody to go around. We have an idea of a head count. So that's the only reason we ask for purchase in advance, just to let us know what we can expect. But it's going to be really fun because we have a lot, and I mean a lot, of items being raffled off in that tricky tray. The items will be all out on display, and you can put your tickets in what you want to win. Everything from oracle card decks to my brother Freddie Reed is our amazing photographer. So Freddie will be raffling off photography sessions. We will be raffling off a lot of different Halloween decor. We'll be offering off healing sessions with myself, healing sessions with Karen, different oracle card readings. So there's going to be a whole lot. I believe my mother is actually donating a wreath. She is Once Upon a Spider. She makes some really incredible wreaths for your door for all the seasons. We have Katrina McNulty donating a wonderful herbal basket with all different types of herbal home remedies great for the winter. So there's a lot involved. I couldn't even name them all right now off the top of my head. But definitely check out the events. It's called Samhain Tricky Tray. You'll see that event on Magickal Me and Oracles of the Light. And that's it for October. And otherwise, you get to celebrate my birthday with me, and that'll be fun. So if you're interested, again, all that information is there. Then that's it for October, but moving into November, we've just announced it, November 9th. It is a Friday evening from 7 p.m. to 8:30. We were fortunate enough to have the lovely Lori Moore collaborate with us, and we are going to host her in our space. And Lori Moore is a renowned psychic medium, and Lori will be offering gallery-style readings in our space November 9th. So I definitely encourage you to jump on those tickets because space is limited. There are only so many people that we can hold, so many people that Lori can read that evening, but every single person is guaranteed a reading that evening. So if you're interested, check out the event once again on Magickal Me or Oracles of the Light. Okay? All right. I think I got through that all without coughing. So here we go. With that said, one thing, Samhain readings. So again, you heard me explain what Samhain is, and I did just offer and create a new Samhain reading that I'm offering for the month of October. So that is a private reading. If you are interested in that, you would book with me privately. We would schedule your reading, and we could do your reading either through video chat, or we could do your reading through a video recording so that you always have it to look back on. It's really insightful for helping you understand what you might be needing to release, what is trying to transform within your life, what new energy is coming in after this rebirth occurs, messages from your ancestors as well, and a kind of a flash forward to a year in advance. So it's a really good one. Check it out and see if it's something that you are interested in. You can private message me. All right. I know, Courtney. It's going to be super exciting. All right. So I decided to work with, because we are all feeling that heavy energy, that shadowy energy, which is for good reason, because it's forcing us to go within, like I talked about, to look within, to find out what is coming up to the surface right now, to be dealt with, to be released, maybe to make our peace with, and what new cycles are getting ready to, what cycles are getting ready to move out while the new cycles are getting ready to move in. I thought it was a good idea to work with Lucy's Shadow, Oracle of the Shadows and Light. And again, this is Lucy Cavendish, okay? Hi, Anna. Look at that. Divine timing, sweetheart. All right. So let's see what guidance comes through for the world as a collective's highest and greatest good for the week of October 9th, 2018. Ooh. Are you ready for this one? Hi, Angela. Welcome. Master number 33, Dress of Alchemy. Release your power. Look at this. I love this card. So you can see if you look very closely, this beautiful winged being here. It's kind of like she's breaking free. You know, she's got this beautiful gown on, which is interesting because the gown is very much like, you know, dainty, maiden, if you will. And then she's got these wings, and these wings all have eyes on them, which to me is all about beginning to see truth and to see clearly. And then if you look even closer, you see on her dress are like these rune symbols, but to me they're alchemy symbols. And it's called Dress of Alchemy, literally. And she's holding a bottle, which is like, to me, it's like her spirit animal, but the spirit animal is literally, it's her in the form of an animal, if you will, and it's a three-headed dragon. And so it's about taking the stopper off that bottle and allowing that three-headed dragon to just be unleashed. Not in a negative way, but in a way that is really kind of transforming into her true power. Because if you understand the energy of a spirit animal, the spirit animal, it's not about you becoming, literally, because when you think in terms of like shape-shifting, a lot of people confuse that and they think, well, witches were said to be able to shift into cats and, you know, crows and whatnot, and they were able to take on their form. It's not actually literally like that, but it is in the sense of that they're able to take on their magic, connecting with the energy of that animal and what that animal represents. So for example, I would say for a cat, it's about being more stealthy, feline-like, being more independent, you know what I mean? And just depending on the color, that would change things a little bit. So it's about connecting with the magic of it. So her primal nature is the magic of this three-headed dragon, which is a power of 3. You've got that master number 33 here, which is known as the master teacher number, because it is about no longer being the student of a cycle and mastering the cycle. So becoming the master of a situation in your life, a cycle, patterns, and really kind of like graduating from it, if you will. So it's about mastery. And in order to master the cycles, you really do, we need to kind of really go within and find out what is our truth. What do we see clearly? And how can we see our true potential? What needs to be released within us in order to tap into that raw potential that we have, okay? So it says release your power. It's really about letting go of that in which would weaken you this week. And I find this very interesting because I'm not surprised, I have to say, because like I told you in the beginning, I am grateful for the fact that I was sick this past week, because it was my higher self's way or my body's way of saying, this is the way that I'm going to get you to sit still. This is the way that I'm going to get you to look at the metaphysical reasoning behind the physical discomfort. And what is it that is lacking within your life, within your own self? So you have to look within and go in that journey of your soul to find out what it is that needs a more harmonious flow, what it is that is draining your power. And so I did that. And through the process, I had this like epiphany moment where I even, I called in Karen and I'm like, I need a healing session because this thing is lingering now at this point. And both of us had a beautiful vision of my metaphoric death at the same time. And it was really wild. She was seeing and explaining, and I'm seeing it as, she's seeing. So we're both intuitively seeing. It was like we were sharing the same mind for a second. And so we were seeing my metaphoric death, which was telling that I'm on the verge and the cusp of a transformation, which I was, everything coming together, long story short. But then I've also been having really powerful dreams this past week, where I have been being shown glimpses of situations that in past lifetimes, as well as this lifetime, I have given my power away by feeling less than, or, a situation that might have made me, just basically what I'm trying to say is situations that I was giving my power over to, that were not serving me. And I hadn't seen it until it was shown to me through visions, through dreams. So we are having this powerful time this week of transformation, and we are all being given or presented with situations and circumstances that will actually happen to you, situations that are occurring around you, or even in your own dreams. Maybe if you meditate, you might have been having some flashes or some visions this week, or you will this week. They're all giving you insight as to what is preventing you from stepping into your power, releasing your true potential. We can only release our potential when we are free of all that restricts us. So to liberate yourself, you've got to first know what it is that you are still giving away power to. Okay? So again, for me, it was past life and this life, but it was how I'm doing it in this life mirrored how I did it in a past lifetime. And so it's important to connect and go within. So that's why I think everything that we talked about from the very beginning of this reading today, before I even pulled cards, really just led up to this. So this week, guys, release your power. Do so by first finding out and going within, what is it that you are still giving over power to? What situations are going on right now? Is there old dramas rearing their ugly heads again? Acknowledge why they are rearing their ugly heads, and how are you playing into it? How are you giving your power over into it? There might be some situations that need to come to an end. There might be some friendships, relationships, whatever it is that you are just allowing to come in and happen to you over and over and over again, or maybe even your own behaviors. Maybe it was you behaving in a certain way that just lessens your power and weakens you. It's very important. Fear. That's the biggest one. Okay, very broad, but fear has many faces. Fear is the biggest way that we give away our power. So it might not be something that anyone is doing to you, but it could be that you are afraid to do this. You are afraid or worried about this. If you are putting all of your energy into a fear, you are draining your own life force away. And what you're doing is taking all of that magic and all that power that you have within you, and you're saying, go here. And you're putting it directly into the situations, the very situations you don't want to occur. So one, you are weakening yourself and keeping yourself small. But two, you are growing the fear at the same time. Okay? So, transformation, alchemy wants to occur. Allow your inner kraken to awaken, and you can do so without having to roar and burn down villages. But sometimes we do have to step forward and assert ourselves and assert our authority in a situation in order to break free from it. So do so in the most positive manner as possible, as to not create any more karma and be able to really free yourself from a situation. But know your boundaries, stand your ground, and by all means break free. Okay. All right, everybody, I hope that you enjoyed that. Once again, mastering the challenges and the lessons by no longer weakening yourself through fear or giving away power. Okay. All right. So we will move on to the next part of the reading, which is the mudra. For those of you who are unfamiliar with mudras, I will explain. So mudras are ancient, well, they were more so used by ancient Tibetan monks, but still I don't believe that they were the only ones that used mudras, but they are more widely used even now, thousands of years later, through different spiritual practices, such as Kundalini yoga, such as belly dancing, such as meditation. So mudras are hand gestures or symbols. The names of each mudra is within itself powerful because of the fact that the words or the names are actually ancient, they're Sanskrit. Sanskrit is a form of light language, at least as many people speculate. It is a form of ancient light language, which holds power, and sound holds power and vibration. And so just saying the names of mudras actually is assisting you. But these ancient hand movements are connected to different energy centers and points within our bodies, our physical bodies, as well as on our emotional bodies and layers, our mental layers, as well as our spiritual layers. So through using and channeling breathing into these movements, it enables you to awaken your consciousness, expand your consciousness. It enables you to alleviate physical illnesses and discomfort within your body. It allows you to alleviate or remove blockage within your energy body to facilitate the healthy flow of prana or ki energy within you, because our energy is supposed to be cycling freely through our body and through our energy centers. But when we experience blockage within those energy centers, it does kind of create that kink or block. So if that gets blocked up on an emotional, mental layer, or even on your spiritual layer, it does trickle down into the physical, creating physical issues. So these are really powerful. They are a way to take our power into our own hands, because it is one thing for you to hear me tell you what we're being guided to do this week. It's another thing when you're all sitting there saying, okay, but how? Well, mudras are a way to help us figure out where the blockage is and what we can do to alleviate it, to give ourselves a head up, or I should say a step up in the game. So working with these are just going to facilitate the growth and forward movement that needs to occur, and the healing, whether it be on an emotional, energy, or physical layer. Okay? All right, so we usually do the mudra together. And then I take a picture of the mudra that comes up for the week. I post it to my page. Then you can steal it off my page and save it to your phone or whatever device you watch on, and use it all week long, because the more you use it, it's only going to assist you. And most oftentimes, the mudra that comes forward is energetically aligned with the message in the oracle message that came out. So it assists us in doing what needs to be done for that weekly guidance. Sometimes these mudras are so powerful, because trust you me, they are powerful. Sometimes they're so powerful that they do overstimulate certain points within us. So there are cautions. So for example, if you're a person who experiences high blood pressure or hypertension, certain mudras will actually stimulate high blood pressure, and so you wouldn't want to be working with that one. If you have some stomach issues, certain mudras actually stimulate your stomach area, and so you wouldn't want to use that mudra. So if it has a caution, I will tell you in advance before we do this together, so you can decide on your own whether or not you would like to participate. If not, Angie Walters is not here right now, but she is my sister from Canada, and she is all the way, she is the owner of Crystal Essence Healing, and Angie works much, much more closely with mudras, much more in depth than the deck that I'm working with, which is mudras for awakening the energy body. Angie knows the gods and goddesses associated with the mudras. She knows that there are also chants that are associated with mudras that you can use instead of the mudras. So she usually comes on and posts in the comments the chant that would correlate with the mudra, so you can do that instead of opting, opt out of that if it's a caution that you cannot work with, okay? I think I explained that right. All right, so here we go. Oh, you're so welcome, Angel. I'm glad. All right, so what mudra comes forward to assist us all as a collective this week? It goes hand in hand with our weekly oracle guidance. October 9th, 2018. Ooh, so this deck also has chakras within it, not just mudras. So sometimes the chakra cards come out because that's the chakra that we most need to focus on and work with. I'll pull a mudra to go along with it, but it does really, the divine really wants to bring some attention to our sacral chakras. And that's interesting because considering our guidance is to release our power this week, your sacral chakra is your creative center. It's your soul fire. While your solar plexus, which is your stomach area, is more your power center and your willpower, your sacral does kind of go along with this because sacral is that passion that needs to be ignited. So what is it that spurs us to do something that we want to do, to, make our dreams a reality, to take back our power from a situation other than willpower? What else is needed but our own soul fire? And sometimes our passion needs to be ignited in order to ignite that spark to drive us forward. So sacral chakra really is kind of coming up. It is the Svadhisthana chakra. Again, there's that Sanskrit, which is very powerful. So it is the area below your navel. So usually around the reproductive area, pelvis area, womb area. The sound that the chakra makes, you can work with this. And just sitting down, focusing your energy on your sacral, bringing in the color orange, or like a fiery color, because that is what is associated with sacral. And you could say VAM, V-A-M, and you can make it very enunciated, you can chant it. So VAM, and I apologize, my voice is still dealing with that stuff. But just by doing that, the vibration alone does actually assist. Again, it rules our reproductive organs, our ovaries, and the testes. Its element is water. Its qualities are fluidity, receptivity, creativity, and pleasure. So it's really about igniting those passions, helping us to move forward, to spur forward with that power that's needed to unleash, I guess you could say. So I'm going to go ahead and still see if we will get a mudra to go along with this. Ooh, there we go. Surrender. This is more like root chakra area too, but it doesn't, like I said, they all kind of go hand in hand. One affects the other. This is the we talked about the prana, right? The pranidhana mudra, if I said that correct. It assists in releasing your power, support, and grounding. It reduces tension, supports the eliminatory and reproductive systems. It slows and directs your breath into the pelvis area, okay? And a lot of times one of the reasons that we are afraid, because you hear afraid to move forward and to take our power back from situations, is through fear. Fear is the area of your root chakra. Fear also, or a lot of the times also has to do with needing to feel protected and safe before we make a big jump or a leap. And so this is going to encourage you to do that. So it's just about surrendering to the process and just going with it, okay? So there is a caution with this one. It does lower your blood pressure. So anybody who cannot have their blood pressure be lowered under any circumstances, I advise you to not work with this or at your own your own risk, okay? So anybody else, we're gonna go ahead and do this together. So what you would do is you are going to bring your hands together and connect the tips of the index and pinky fingers, okay? So bring them together. You're gonna connect the pinkies and then the index, okay? Let me pull this up here. So everything else is kind of just going to be, the other ones are gonna touch the thumbs. I wanna make sure this is like, it's gonna be a tricky one, right? All right, so pinky, index, the other ones are touching your thumbs, but you're gonna hold your hands upside down like this. So it's like you're pointing the arrow down, okay? Let's see. So then you're going to hold this in front of your belly. Okay, I know you can't see me, but hold it in front of your belly. Straighten your spine, relax your shoulders, close your eyes. I'm gonna have you take a deep breath in through your nose. And release, blowing the breath out of your mouth and into your pelvis area. You can even bring in some of that vibrant red color, deep red. Take another deep breath in. Release. One more time, deep breath in. Release. And you can state, with deep awareness, I surrender what I no longer need. With deep awareness, I surrender what I no longer need. With deep awareness, I surrender what I no longer need. And so it is. Okay, you can open your eyes. And I think that's perfect. I surrender what I no longer need. Perfect for unleashing your own power. Because before we can step into our power, as I said, we've got to let go of what is hindering our growth and weakening us, okay? All right, everyone, that is the Moonday message for this week. I thank you all for being here, whether you have watched live or back on replay. I do greatly appreciate your support, your love. I'm sending love and blessings to all of you out there who are watching, those of you that are in the projected path, and be very careful how I word this, the projected path of the hurricane. I'm going to send love, calm, and tranquility to them, as well as to the storm, so that we can bring down the energy of it. Maybe just need a mudra. Everybody needs to send that mudra there, okay? All right, I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I do look forward to seeing you next Monday. And Saturday, to all those who want to come out to the Witches Tea Party, check it out, don't forget, okay? You are so welcome, Bridget. Tammy says, I need just one word of goodness. Just one word of goodness, sweetheart. Let me give you a word here. Support. That's what I hear. You are always divinely supported, okay? Know that. Always supported. You have it. What you need when you need it. Okay. All right, everybody. We'll talk soon. See you then.